Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Chael Sonnen discusses Joe Rogan's recent comments about the upcoming fight between Nate Diaz and Khamzat Chimaev in a few weeks. Here's the clip.
They're going to weigh in the day before, and they're going to weigh the same thing. There's not a lot of advantages here. You got 2 arms and 2 legs. He's got 2 arms and 2 legs. He's got his thoughts and knowledge, and you got yours. He's got his experiences, and you got yours. That's it. He got short pants, little gloves, and a mouthpiece, and you got yours. I think that it's really important that that gets remembered. In this sport, we give guys credit for willingness, for doing things other guys don't want to do. Think Nate Diaz didn't know he's going to be an 8-1 underdog? It spread to 12-1. Quite frankly, I don't know what it's at today. It had spread to 12-1 within 24 hours of the fight getting announced. Got announced at 8-1. Within 24 hours, it had moved to 12. Think Nate didn't know that? He signed that contract anyway. What about that? He knows good and well his opponent has what he has. Joe Rogan, while it appeared he drew the short straw, told the truth. Nate will knock you out on your feet. Nate almost knocked out, and in the last round, defeated and won over the now world champion. Do what you want with that. But please, 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 just for me, just please, don't tell me Nate can't win this fight.
TJ Dillashaw and Aljamain Sterling will face off later this year at UFC 280. Aljamain has been vocal about his belief in Dillashaw's steroid use in recent months. Dillashaw has since responded, saying this is Sterling's way of making excuses for his future title loss. Dillashaw said, "He's got something to say to downplay how good I am. I'm going to beat him down in 10 weeks. He's got to make some sort of excuse why I'm winning or who I am and why I am. It don't bother me. It's just a bunch of excuses. When I beat him, he's going to be like, see, I never had anything against the guy until now. I'm fighting him." The way he kind of handled winning the belt the first time and just continuing his persona outright. He's kind of not a likable guy, and he's kind of rolling with taking the cringe to the next level. Nothing personally against him. I've never tried to get into too much personal stuff, trying to bring in the reality TV drama into everything. I try to stick somewhat to the sport. I don't have time to really worry about who he is as a person or what he's got going on. I worry about who he is as a fighter, what holes he has in the game, and how I'm going to beat him. That's why I get paid. Some people get paid to talk, but it's just not what I'm into. I'm into talking about me being the best. Israel Adesanya and Alexander Volkanovski have both recently defended Dan Hooker against criticism in his last few performances. Here's the clip.
Dan, another one of your good friends. People say, you know, he's washed up, he should give it away.
Who's people? People. They don't know. What the people? Yeah, these people never fought in a day in their life, so they should shut up and eat their Cheetos.
What gives you the confidence that he can turn around the form that he's been in to, you know, reinvent himself?
He's had, I don't know what people are talking about. He's had just killers after killers and killers, and he's beat some, he's lost some, but this is the game we're in. People are just stupid. So, yeah, there's no comeback story or whatever. People are trying to make that narrative. He's not washed up. Yeah, I don't care, whatever.
Alex, your thoughts?
Yeah, man, you can see that obviously, hurt him a little bit to hear things like that, and I totally understand, and he's right, exactly when he says with Dan Hooker, like, look who he's fought. Like, you got to remember the guys he's fighting, and he's the type of guy that'll do it on short notice against absolute killers, like Islam. Had a big win, and then literally 3 weeks later, short notice fight someone like Islam.
Yeah.
And then had a couple of fights like that, and obviously Arnold Allen and things like that. These are guys some of the best this sport has to offer, and you lose to some of those, and then people will say like, you're done. It's pretty fun. I know he's not done because I trained with him last camp, and put it this way, he was looking good. I had some very, very good rounds with him. So he's definitely still firing, still going good, and he'll be back.
What do you think of the recent criticism of Dan Hooker? Let us know in the comments. Following Edwards' win over Usman at UFC 278, Jorge Masvidal has since sent a message to Leon. "I heard we going to London again." Masvidal's manager Malky Kawa then tweeted, "3-piece and a soda time. Yes, we accept, Leon Edwards." What do you guys think about a potential Masvidal-Edwards fight in the future? Let us know in the comment section below. Paulo Costa recently stated he's extremely surprised Luke Rockhold didn't quit inside the octagon during their UFC 278 co-main event. Rockhold looked gassed from the end of the first round, but managed to keep going until the end. Here's what Costa had to say.
Yes, he's a pretty good fighter, former champion, of course. He has my respect.
You had him very hurt, though, along the way. Were you surprised even, he was putting his hands on his knees and tired. Did you think he was going to quit at some point?
Yes, I think, I thought when I saw him put the hands on the knees and show all the tired, how tired he was, I think maybe this guy will not finish until the third round, the last moment of the third round. But some way he could be there, and maybe I don't pressure a lot. I let him survive a little bit, just getting points round by round.
What did you guys think about the fight? Let us know your opinion in the comments below. Dana White was asked about the recent comments made by Luke Rockhold against the UFC. Here's the clip.
I do want to ask you about the co-main event with Luke Rockhold, and it seems like he's done. Kind of a controversial week with him and the things he had to say about the company. I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts are now.
Yeah, I think that coming into a situation like both of theirs, there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of stress. And listen, you know me, who's more freedom of speech than me? He's entitled to his own opinions and his own, whatever it is that went on this week. But let me tell you what, I'll never say anything about him. I totally respect him. And after that war tonight, normal humans like us that are sitting in this room have no idea what those two went through tonight in that octagon, and we never will, thank God, okay? And for both of them to dig as deep as they did and put on an absolute dogfight like they did, I have nothing but respect for both of them. Are they both a little nutty? Absolutely. But hey, nothing but respect.
Daniel Cormier recently shared his opinion on what he calls the greatest head kick knockout he's ever seen in the UFC.
Tonight belongs to Leon Rocky Edwards. I can honestly say, and so did my broadcast partners, we all agree, this was the greatest head kick knockout that we have seen in the UFC, especially because of the circumstances. Leon Edwards was down. He was losing to Kamaru Usman. He was down 3 rounds to 1, and he was gonna lose the 5th. But he found the perfect head kick to make him the champion. Now for Kamaru Usman, how much has this changed? As a guy that's been knocked out before, everything changes once you realize that it's possible. When you have that aura of invincibility, that belief that you cannot be put out clean, you are willing to do a lot of things. Usman went out today for the very first time in his career, and I wonder how that's going to affect him going forward. But if you think about the matchup and how it was going, and you have to worry or bet the third fight, you got to think that Usman's going to be the favorite because he was cruising. He was doing a really good job of pressuring Leon Edwards, bullying Leon Edwards, this was Leon's coach's words, and just really making him fight on his heels. But it was the moment that he didn't. The moment that he didn't back him up is when Leon Edwards found that beautiful high kick. He went right hand, left hand straight. Didn't throw either of those strikes to connect. He threw them just in order to get Usman's hands up so that he could land the head kick that ultimately won him the championship. It was perfect, and we have seen Rocky do this before.
Kamaru Usman has taken to Twitter to reflect on his loss to Leon Edwards. Kamaru tweeted that when you mess up, you bounce back and come with vengeance. Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.